Hi dear students, in this video I am going to talk about sp3 dehybridization and Bent's rule. These are from the chapter Chemical Bonding and Molecular Structure. Hybridization involving d orbitals. From this topic we will discuss now sp3 dehybridization and Bent's rule. sp3 dehybridization, one s orbital, sp3 dehybridization, one s orbital plus 3 p orbitals, px orbital plus py orbital, assume it as x axis, y axis, z axis, x axis, y axis, z axis, and one pz orbital. Total 3 p orbitals are involved in the hybridization. This is pz orbital, py orbital, px orbital. And from the d orbital, the orbital involved in the hybridization is dz square, x axis, y axis, z axis. So dz square orbital is involved in the hybridization. So which has baby shooter like a shape, dz square orbital, right? So generally students, sp3d we have in syllabus in the chapter of chemical bonding, right? Here the dz square orbital is outer dz square is involved. If the hybridization is dsp3, that we will discuss in the chapter coordination compounds. Here inner dz square orbital is involved. That means, for example, s orbital is 4s and p orbitals are 4px, 4py, 4pz. Then d orbital, if it is a dz square, that is called as dsp3 hybridization. Here all are outer orbitals. 4s, for example, 4s, 4px, 4py, 4pz, 4dz square, like that orbitals are involved. That is called as sp3 dehybridization. Okay, in the syllabus of chemical bonding we have sp3 dehybridization. This is there in the coordination compounds, right? Here, so for total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orbitals are involved. So how many orbitals it will form is 5 hybridized orbitals, in which 3 orbitals are present in the equatorial position. This is a plane of the board. These 3 orbitals are present, and 2 orbitals are present in axial position, perpendicular to the plane of the board. These orbitals, shaded orbitals, position is called as axial position. And these 3 orbitals, which are known as equatorial position. So here the angle between equatorial orbitals is 120, and this angle between axial and equatorial is 90 degrees. Example for this type of hybridization is PCl5. Students, let us take the PCl5 and discuss the hybridization present in the phosphorus. Let us take PCl5 molecule. PCl5. Phosphorus is a central atom. Atomic number 15. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Right? Total 15 electrons are there. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15 electrons are present, right? So orbital diagram for phosphorus we can write like this. 3s we are representing, 3s with the one box, 3s orbital, 3s subshell has only one orbital, it has 2 electrons, and 3p is having 3 orbitals. 3D also it is 3D subshell, it is there. 3D subshell contains 5 orbitals, 3s, 3p, 3d. Now 3p is having 3 electrons, 1, 2, 3 electrons, right? In the excited state, this electron will jump into the 3d orbital. This is called as a ground state electronic configuration. Ground state configuration. Excited state. Orbital diagram we can write like this. Now 3s has only one electron because this will excite it into 3d orbital. 3p has 3 single electrons. 3d is having 5 orbitals, 1 electron now it is present, okay, 5 unpaired electrons are present. So in the hybridization, 1 3s orbital, 3 3p orbitals, 1 3d orbital is involved. Hybridization is sp3d hybridization. sp3d hybridization. So geometry of the molecule, geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. And shape of the molecule, it is the same. All our bond pairs are present. So shape and geometry both are same for the PCl5, that is trigonal bipyramidal, right? So we can write the structure like this, students. Phosphorus, 3 Cl atoms are lying on the equatorial position. These angles all are equal, which is equal to 120 degrees. This position is called as equatorial position. This is called as equatorial position. Equatorial, and 1 Cl is perpendicular, that is towards the observer, 1 Cl is into the board. These positions are called as axial positions. Students, even though all the atoms are similar in the PCl5, axial bonds, due to more repulsions, axial bonds are a little longer than the equatorial bonds. Due to more repulsions, axial bonds are longer than equatorial bonds. Students, next let us discuss about the Bent's rule now. Students, Bent, scientist name is Bent. He has given some rules to predicting the shape of the molecules with the lone pairs having sp3d hybridization. Bent's rule, he has divided sp3d hybridization into sp2 and pd hybridization. sp2 orbitals are oriented in the equatorial plane. Equatorial orbitals are sp2 orbitals. Equatorial orbitals are sp2 and axial orbitals are pd orbital. According to the bend, the equatorial orbitals are sp2 orbitals and axial orbitals are pd orbitals. So by using these assumptions, he is able to predict the shape of some molecules having central atom is having sp3d hybridization with the lone pairs, 1 lone pair, 2 lone pairs, 3 lone pairs, like that, right? So these orbitals, 3 orbitals are sp2 and these 2 orbitals are pd orbitals according to the bends. More electronegative atom is attached with that hybrid orbital which has less percentage S character. Lone pairs and group of atoms should be accommodated in equatorial position to minimize the repulsions. Students, according to the Bend's rule, more electronegative atom is attached with that hybrid orbital which has less percentage S character. For example, if you take a PCl5 molecule, there is no difference between the atoms. Terminal atoms are all equal. So we can accommodate all the positions as with the PCl5. If we have PCl3F2 is present, then according to the Bend's rule, fluorine is that we know fluorine is more electronegative than the chlorine. Fluorine is attached with that hybrid orbital which has less percentage S character. So sp3d hybridization is divided into sp2 and pd. Then the position of more electronegative fluorine should be axial position. It is arranged, right? Because these orbitals does not contains any S character, right? So lone pairs, second point is lone pairs, group of atoms are there, they should be accommodated in the equatorial position to minimize the repulsions. Let us take that PCl3F2 molecule and we will write the structure of that molecule. PCl3F2 molecule structure, let us write now. Phosphorus is a central atom. All the 3 chlorine atoms are present in the equatorial position. And according to the Bend's rule, more electronegative atom is attached with that hybrid orbital which has less percentage S character. So then both the fluorine atoms we should accommodate in the equatorial position, right? So then if we take the PCl3Br2 molecule now, PCl3Br2, so bromine is less electronegative than the chlorine. Then we can write the structure like this now. Br, both the Br atoms, bromine atoms are present in equatorial position along with one chlorine atom. This is known as equatorial position, and two chlorine atoms are accommodated in the axial position according to the Bend's rule, right? So then this is the structure of PCl3F2, in which more electronegative fluorine is accommodated in axial position. Here we know this bromine is less electronegative than the chlorine, so bromine is accommodated in equatorial position, and one chlorine in the equatorial and two chlorine atoms in the axial positions, right? So now let us take one more example, that is SF4 molecule. SF4 molecule, sulfur is a 16th group element. After making 4 bonds with the 4 fluorine atoms, 16th group, being a 16th group element, it has one lone pair of electrons, right? Single bond always sigma, 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 sigma. Hybrid orbitals always forms a sigma bonds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, one lone pair, 5. So hybridization of sulfur in this case is sp3d hybridization, sp3d hybridization, right? Then the geometry of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal, like similar to that of the PCl3F2 or PCl5, like that we can write yes. But according to the Bend's rule, lone pair should be accommodated in equatorial position, SF4. This is equatorial positions, and two fluorines are in the axial positions. Two fluorines are in the axial positions, they are accommodated. For this molecule, geometry is trigonal bipyramidal, for all sp3d hybridization geometry is same, right? But the shape will depends upon the number of lone pairs and bond pairs. Here the shape of the molecule is seesaw, right? So next type we will take a ClF3, which has 3 bond pairs, 17th group element chlorine, 7 valence electrons are there, 1, 2, 3 electrons are used in bond formation with the fluorine, and 2 lone pairs are present, total 7 electrons, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Then the hybridization, total number of bond pairs and lone pairs is 5, we are getting hybridization is sp3d, and these are arranged like this. Cl, lone pairs according to Bend's rule accommodated in the equatorial position, one fluorine, this is these 2 fluorines are present in the axial positions. Due to lone pair repulsions, this will slightly bend, this T shape, which is shape of the molecule is called as distorted T shape. Students, one more type is also possible in this, XeF2, we will discuss now. XeF2, xenon is 18th group element. After making 2 bonds with the 2 fluorines, it has 6 electrons in the valence shell, 3 lone pair of electrons it is having. So 1, 2, 3 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs. Hybridization is sp3d hybridization, right? So according to the Bend's rule, the lone pair of electron is accommodated in equatorial position like this, and 2 fluorine atoms are present in the axial position. Then shape of the molecule is linear, it is having, geometry is same in all the sp3d hybridization case, shape of the molecule is linear. One more example for this type is I3 minus, also having sp3d hybridization with the linear shape. Student, this is PCl5 molecule geometry, it is shape and geometry is same, right? When there is a one lone pair, remove this one, axial position, this is called as a seesaw, SF4. Two lone pairs are there, remove this one. This, because of repulsions between these two, this will bend like this, distorted T shape, a ClF3, right? So when one of the other also, this is three lone pairs, two bond pairs are there, like XeF2, right? Lone pairs are accommodated in the equatorial position, right? XeF2, which is linear, right? Thanks for watching.